I don't follow the chain of command. I go straight to the source of what I'd like to happen. You know what I mean? Because people in between would like to get you to take less to do it to impress the people at the top. You know, try to squeeze things at points. There's more ruthless people in the business world than in the street. You know, like they just have subtleties to their tactics. How they do things is not confrontational. It's just, you know, but they're doing it right in front of you. Robbery, at least it will give you the courtesy of showing you the gun, so you can have those anxieties and feel those feelings that you would feel when you're being robbed. They'll do it on a piece of paper where you feel nothing, and just rob you right there. Is it okay for me not to care about people that don't care about me? I genuinely don't give a about how those people feel about me across the street, because they don't care about me. Some people, they have the trait of anything they would like to register negative, they can just register it negative. Let's say the person's across the street, they look at you, they don't like you from across the street. Some people feel the need to go across the street to say why I'm a good person. I don't give a Why would you care about a person who would like you to see you under the worst circumstances you could be under? It would be entertaining for them to see me in crisis. Look at Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again, pigtails, the schoolgirl dress, right? Then when you see her with her head shaved off, and she's swinging the umbrella at paparazzi, that picture is as famous as this other image of her. And they paid for one to be marketed and promoted to see the confusion in her personal life going on. That was free, they promoted that for free because it was exciting to see it go down. The timing will just be, you just be in an emotional state where you can't really, or not, you're not tough at the moment. It's the artist community that does this. Mm-hmm. It's your fellow artists that does this to you, because they look and they go, if you go up and you stay up, then I'm gonna have my shot. You don't notice everybody's first album is fire? Why do they say that? They say that it's every artist. Oh no, the first album was fire. They'll pick that one and say that one was a classic. No matter what they do afterwards, they won't compare that material to that album, right? I'm enjoying it. Because look, I try not to let things that affect me that I can't change.
Right.
You know, you can't change publicly how people perceive you. At points you see the harshest things ever because you're not paying attention, and you see some publicly that the person said about you that you go, whoa. And it really bothers you that the person just said that, no matter who you are. I just don't allow that to create I don't allow it to create a new vulnerability for me. I allow it to not matter. They'll say the harshest things they can come up with to that person, no matter how, like, just for recreational purposes. You know, and the person does see it at points. You know what I'm saying? It says, how do you respond to it? You know there's somebody out there that feels that way about you. This is why music is magic, because people don't agree on much. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different views about different things that are going on, but when the song is the right song, everyone agrees to enjoy themselves to the material, right? Everything else, you look and go, God damn, can we just figure out how to just be on the same page? It's difficult. When we say social media, we're talking about communicating through photographs now. Mm-hmm. They're just an attractive person on there, they're fine. They don't even know what we're talking about. The things that are ideally attractive are just that, right? So if the person is taking care of themselves physically, they're gonna have pretty decent feedback. If there's nothing else going on but they're a good looking picture of themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you see those people whose social media grow and they're not quite as affected by the negative things that you get from people. But once you get, look, to entertain is to provoke emotions, right? Mm. So if the person doesn't love me, I'd like for them to hate me so I can mean enough to them, right? That would just mean that I meant enough for them to have feelings towards me. If you don't like me, then I don't matter. I won't even exist to you if you don't hate me. At least let me get that energy out of you, right? It's okay as long as you care enough about it to have feelings, because that's what it is to entertain. So if you think, like I said on Oprah Winfrey, I said, if we can't be friends, at least let's be enemies. Now that my audience feels like I'm not on your couch because I don't want to be on your couch. Not because it's a place that I haven't achieved or reached. My grandmother was watching her show. You see what I'm saying? But once I look and I go, I can't go there. This is where an A-lister would go. So I don't go there because how you feel about the way my music is, which is the #1 and highest selling hip hop album in that time period. Her having a different choice from all of hip hop,
right,
and the general public, because that's who bought it. Her views of what was right and wrong was different from that, and that would allow me not to be received as an A-lister.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me. Hip hop and youth culture love things that are damaged by the experience, and to listen to it. Listen to how beautiful it sounds when they say it. But they pick things that are damaged. Like, things are definitely getting more intense. If you look at what's just the newspaper, the type of acts that are happening every day. I look at that and go, damn, like if you was channeling your energy earlier, could you have been successful in a different way and skipped all of the harder parts of the actual life experience that you had and been able to do it? I think I could have entertained a little. I would have been able to rap, right? I just would have been saying something a little different. So I wouldn't have wrote the same things.
True.
And if I could skip the hard parts that I went through, I'd skip it. This are the things that your parents or that your people around you would try to help you to avoid. Telling you early, nah, you don't want to do that. Caught up in that. I'm being successful doing things that are a lot different from what I was doing at that point. I would avoid them now. Look, they're not a part of, they may be a product of the success because a part of my temperament comes from it and the experience and how I view things, but it's not a part of the actual success. And it's crazy, like I had a kid that I was mentoring for a little while that, the kid was a bad kid, bro. Like he was just a bad kid, right? But he was in love with everything about all the wrong things about me. He would just do little things and you see it come out. Not trying to be bad, but he just couldn't help it. And I go, yo, no, but that's not what worked. And he was super smart. Like, that's not what worked. Don't work. You go to the jail and all of this other stuff. I've somehow ended up in the circumstances where I've been up against the toughest things. What would be the bigger situations in front of me, the harder circumstances don't seem so rough to me no more. Because I've already been up against the toughest things, the biggest obstacles. For example, almost 90% of the time I'm communicating with people who have achieved a higher level of education than me, right? They're college graduates, things like that. And what I hold on to is they wouldn't have made it under the circumstances that I came up under. If everything you needed was in the book, then the teacher would be too successful to teach the class. If you look at it, a lot of the C students and people that can not just retain the information long enough to pass midterms, but internalize some of the information and behaviors, they turn out to be more successful than those people who easily pass the class. The A students don't usually go off to be the head of the field that they're studying. They get trained, they get comfortable with school, and they can just do school well. You know what I mean? And then when you put them in the real world, that's not school. I think consistency is the key to all success. Like, if you can shoot the ball, you're going to be fine.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?